Good morning students, welcome to the English online class. Today we will learn about pronouns. Okay, so last time we were done with the nouns and today we will learn what are pronouns. So before learning what are pronouns, let's have a look at what are nouns that we have already learned before. A noun is a word that names a person, object, idea or place. Now what is the pronoun? A pronoun takes the place of a noun or pronoun, saving the need to write the noun twice. Now pronoun is the word that is used at the place of noun, okay, because if we are repeating someone's name, if we are repeating a place name and we are talking about a particular person, and if we keep on talking about that particular person using his or her name over and over again, then it sounds it doesn't even sound good, and when we are writing, then it doesn't even look good. Okay, so how many types of pronouns are there? There are total 8 types of pronouns: personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, emphatic pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, relative pronouns and interrogative pronouns. Okay, so let's start first with the personal pronouns. That what are the personal pronouns? So personal pronouns are divided in 2 types. The first is the singular and the second one is plural. Okay, now according to the singular and the plural, the persons are also divided. The persons are also divided. How? First person, second person and third person. As you can see, this is the singular one. And when we talk about the plural, then here are the first person, second person and the third person. Now who is the first person? When we are talking about any person as a subject, when a person is referred as a subject, then we will use I. If we are talking about our own self, for example, if I am talking about myself, then I will use I. Okay, and I am the subject. Object, me. When we are referring to any person as an object, so that is me. Second person, as the subject it will be you, and object will also be you only. It is not going to change. So you will remain the same in both the subject and the object. Now in the third person, he, she, it are the third person as the subject, and what are they referred as in the object? Him, her and it. Okay, now first person, the one who is speaking. The second person, the one who the first person is talking to. The third person is when the first and the second person are talking about someone else. Okay, so this is the singular one. Now let's comes to plural. So the first person in the plural is we. Okay, it is we, and in the object it is us. Okay, in the second person it is you. Yes, you is also referred as the singular and the plural both. Okay, and in the object also you is not going to change. So either in singular or in plural, you is not going to change as the subject or as the object. In the third person, they. When we are referring to a group of people or when we are referring to a specific person, okay, so we as the subject in the sentence, then we will use they, and when we are referring to that person as the object in the sentence, then we will use them. Okay, now we want to go for a picnic at the hill station. We is the example for the first person pronoun in the plural. We want to go for a picnic at the hill station. It smells very delicious from the kitchen. It is also one of the pronoun which is used to refer to the things that are non-living. Okay, he, she, it. You can see here, and it will also not change. Okay, it will also remain the same in both the subject and the object. Okay, so now let's move forward. Yes, so have a look at the possessive pronouns. What are the possessive pronouns? A possessive pronoun is a pronoun that is used to indicate possession or ownership. We have learned apostrophe, the use of apostrophe In the nouns also we have learned about the possessive case, but it is all different than what we learned in the punctuation and capital letters. Okay. So this pen is my pen, not your pen. Now my is the word, my is the word and your is the word, means pronoun, which is showing the possession, that who belongs to whom. Okay. This pen is mine, not yours. Now if we say it in an indirect way, then it will be this pen is my pen, not your pen. But if we want to directly say, then this pen is mine, not yours. Okay. So I hope that you have understood a little about the possessive pronoun. Now we will have a close look at it. Yes. So subject pronoun, object pronoun, possessive adjective, and then the possessive pronoun. So in the first person pronoun, we have already learned about the subject pronoun, I, you, he, she, and it, we, they. We have learned about it. Object pronoun, me, you, him, her, it, us, them are the object pronoun. Then the possessive adjective, my, your, his, her, its, are, their. Okay, so we have learned about in the personal pronouns. Now have a close look at what are the possessive pronouns. Okay, so possessive pronouns, mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. The X is used for it because it will remain the same in this one. Okay, it is not going to change. That's why it is the same in this one. So I hope that you have well understood about the possessive pronouns, the first person pronoun as the subject and as the object, and now you have also learned about the possessive adjective, though they are not in your course, but still. Okay. So let's move on to understand about the indefinite pronouns. What are the indefinite pronouns now? Indefinite pronouns refer to people or objects. They don't, however, reveal exactly who or what they are referring to. Okay. Now indefinite pronouns refer to a people or objects, but now we cannot identify them, or we cannot relate to them that who they are, or in other words, we do not know about their exact identification or their exact number. Okay. So some, any, every, no, these are the indefinite pronouns. Okay. So some, any, every, no. Okay. So some is refer to the specific people or things, any is refer to the general people or things, every is refer to all the people and things, and no means zero. It refers to nothing, zero. It refers to it doesn't even refer to any person or to the things. Okay. So some, somebody, someone, something, any, anybody, anyone, anything, every, everybody, everyone, everything, nobody, no one, nothing. Okay. So these are the indefinite pronouns. In our live classes, we have learned about that how they are used, what are their quantities. Okay. So now let's have a general look at the other pronouns, this, that, these, those. So students, we have already learned about the use of the singular and the plural pronouns. Okay. Here, there. Here means here, yahan par. There means at some other place. Okay. Singular, this, that. Okay. These, those. Now here refers to the place that we are at. Okay. There is refer to the place that is far. Now this refers to the nearer things. This and these refer to the things that are near. Okay, and that and those refers to the things that are far. So this and these, this is singular, plural is these, and the singular is that, and the plural is those. Okay, so this and that refers to the singular, these and those refers to the plural, this and these refers to the nearest things, that and those refers to the things that are farther. Okay, this book, here, close. Okay, these books, there, closed. It is plural, it is singular. Okay, I hope that you have well understood. That book, not close. Those books, there, not close. Okay, so I hope that you have understood what the demonstrative pronouns are when we are demonstrating, when we are pointing at a certain things, either they are far or near. So those are the demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are also known as the demonstrative adjectives also. So when you will learn about the adjectives, you will come to know. Okay. Yes. Now let's move on to interrogative pronouns. Very simple. Interrogative pronouns are very easy. We have already learned in the sentences, in the interrogative sentences about the interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are also referred as the interrogative adjectives also. Okay. So when we will learn adjectives in the future, we won't have any problem learning about that. Okay. So who, whom, which, whose, where, when, why, what, how. So these are the WH words, and WH words are the interrogative pronouns. Okay. Now in front of you there is the function of each and every word. Ask question about people. Whom, ask question about people as the object. Ask which, ask question about animals and objects. Whose, ask question about possession. Where, ask question about places. When, ask questions about time. Why, ask questions about reason. What, ask questions about things. How, ask questions about manner. Okay, so I hope that you all have well understood about the interrogative pronouns, because we have already discussed this thing in the sentence. Now let's have a look at the reflexive pronoun. Used when the subject and the object are the same. Reflexive pronouns are used when the subject and the object are same. Okay, when the subject and the object are same. I know it might be little confusing, but we have already understood it in our chapter, the sentence, the subject and the predicate, and of course in the nouns also. So Hannah looked at herself. Now her is the object here, herself. Self, we are using self with these possessive pronouns. Hannah is the subject, looked at herself in the mirror. I can't help myself, I love chocolate. So I is the subject, myself is the object. Okay, if you give orders, use yourself or yourself. So when we are giving orders, so either we will use yourself, or yourself. So be careful, don't hurt yourself. Okay, so that is the order. Push yourselves guys, play hard. Help yourself to some food. Okay, so I hope that you have all understood about the reflexive pronoun. This was the first rule. Let's have a look at the second rule also. So you can use reflexive pronouns to emphasize the noun. I myself love chocolate. English itself is a very difficult. There are so many rules. So be plus self, act in the normal way. When we are acting in the normal way, okay, she shouldn't be nervous, she should be herself. Okay, by plus self is equals to alone. That's sad. Jima always eats by himself. Okay, so see, other way we will not be using be or by everywhere. When a person is alone doing something, then we will use by. But when a person is generally doing something that he or she always does, then we will use be. Okay. Now let's have a look at emphatic pronouns. Emphatic pronouns are used to emphasize. They are the same as reflexive pronoun. She herself gave me this address. The clerk blamed the bank manager himself for the embezzlement. Okay. So, why emphatic pronouns are used? Emphatic pronouns are used to emphasize the person, the same person as the reflexive pronoun. We have already learned the reflexive pronoun. Now have a look at the emphatic pronoun. They both are the same, but emphatic pronouns is not referred as the object in any sentence. She herself gave me this address. The clerk blamed the bank manager himself. So, herself here, himself here is the emphatic. When we are focusing or when we are emphasizing on the person who is acting both as the subject and as the object. Okay. Now, himself is the subject here and herself is also the subject here, but in reflexive, in emphatic pronouns only, herself and himself will not be used as the object. Okay. So, I hope that you all have well understood about what are the pronouns, what are the different sorts of pronouns are, and what are their use and what are their functions. So, we will meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till that, thank you very much and have a great day ahead.